All right. Hello, everybody. This is the modeling section of author's word choice and the relationship it has on the tone of the work overall. So right now, today, we're about to embark in some poetry. So there's a lot of tonal words in poetry, and please refer back to your list of tonal words if you'd like. But what I'm going to do for you in this video is I'm going to model listening to the poem Phenomenal Woman, and I'm going to go back in for a close reading of the text to look at certain words or phrases that I think have implied tone behind them or speak to the larger purpose or larger tone of the overall work. So another little tip is also you can listen to something, whether it be an audiobook, a recitation of a poem, and that might also help you understand the tone. All right, so let's go ahead and listen to this together.
Phenomenal Woman. Many people wonder where my secret lies. I'm not cute or built to suit a fashion model size. When I start to tell them, they think I'm telling lies.
So we have
I say,
repetition, or
it's in the
rhyming
reach
as
of
well.
my arms, the span of my hips, the stride of my step, the curl of my lips. I'm a woman, phenomenally. I walk into a
Getting a
room just
strong
as
tone
cool
of
as you
the poem,
please,
a
and to a
tone of
man
strength.
the fellows stand or fall down on their knees. Then they
That
swarm
was a little bit
around
of
me,
sarcasm.
a hive of honeybees. I say, it's the fire in my eyes, the flash of my teeth, the
It makes me want
swing
to
in
sway
my
back and
waist,
forth, right?
the
Like a
joy
tone of
in my
confidence.
feet.
That's what I'm
I'm a
picking up on
woman,
here.
phenomenally. Men themselves have wondered what they see in me. They try so much, but they can't touch my inner mystery. When I
Confidence
try to
again.
show them, they say they still can't see. I say, it's in the arch of my back, the sun of my smile, the ride of my breasts,
This
the
is more
grace
like a
of my
coyness,
style.
like a
I'm a
playful tone.
woman, phenomenally. Now you understand just why my head's not bowed. I don't shout or jump about or have to talk real loud. When you see me passing, it ought to make you proud. I say it's in the click of my heels, the
So there's a
bend of
tone
my
of
hair,
femininity here,
the
but
palms of my
it's interesting
hands,
because
the
strong
need
words
for my
are used
because I'm a
here
woman,
to portray that tone.
phenomenally, phenomenal woman. That's my mother and all your mothers, and my grandmothers, and your grandmothers, and my great grandmothers, and your greats, and my great greats, and all you women, and me.
Beautiful. I love that poem. All right, so here I have the words up also so that I can do another close reading and dive back in. Because when we're doing close reading, remember, one and done is not a thing. You can't read a text once and be able to apply the skill. So now that I've read it one time all the way through or listened to it as well, now I can jump into what is my purpose, right? What am I looking for? So first I'm going to identify the tone. Now, if you're struggling with what the tone is, if you click on this link, it will give you some tone and descriptive words. All right. But I'm going to go right off the bat with there is a tone of confidence within the poem. So now that I've set a standard that yes, it is a confident poem. It sounds to me as if the tone she's using is of confidence. Now I have to prove it, right? I have to be able to say, what's an example of a word or phrase that contributed to me getting to that idea of confidence? Well, I'm going to jump back in and I'm going to kind of like peruse through and I'm going to look for what words signify confidence to me. And I really believe, let's see, I'm looking for my best example, right? Just textual support. Here's the thing about textual support. I could write any word on there and I would be able to, especially as an English teacher, I would be able to formulate some kind of argument to back it up, right? But you always want to look for the best example. So let's keep looking. Dun, dun, dun. I see right here, this phrase, remember when you're talking word choice, it doesn't have to be one word. This phrase to me really stood out the most as being confident. So I'm going to copy it from there. I'm going to head back over here and I'm going to paste it. So here I just wrote, copied and pasted because I'm going to have an opportunity to write out how it affected the tone down here. Okay, so what was the overall meaning of the poem? The overall meaning of the poem was that there is strength in femininity and power in having confidence in oneself. Right, because so as she was describing the strength, right, and she was using strong words, of course, but as she was describing it, she was also describing the very physical aspect of being a woman, right? Because as we all know, physiologically, we're all built differently, right, men and women. So, but she was using that contrast of the strong words with the feminine qualities to show that they are not actually different. They do go together. Strength and femininity do go together. So now this is where I'm going to start writing my argument. How did the words or phrases that I chose above, how did the author use them to affect the tone? Okay, so the words used above impacted the poem's tone by contrasting the stereotypical images of power and strength. And here I'm going to talk about shouting, jumping loud with the idea that she does not have to do those things to truly be strong and confident. She knows who she is, and this is shown by her not bowing her head. By describing herself holding her head up high, that speaks to the tone of confidence. Whoops. As that is what is done when someone is confident in themselves. And it continues the dichotomy of feminine qualities being paired with strength and power. All right, so there we go. So you identify the tone that you are going to speak back to, right? And then you pick out some words or phrases that you think contributed to that tone. How did you get to that tone? Then you tell me overall what was the poem about, right? Like what was the overall overarching message behind the poem? And then this fourth piece is you put it all together, right? So how did you get to that tone by those words? And then how did those words help to speak to the overall meaning of the poem? Okay, so how did this and this get you to this, right? And that's what I did here. So if you have any questions, let me know. But this is your modeling video.